I know I talk a lot about the legs and the feet and the rotation and all that stuff that may not make too much sense for you guys, or may not see the actual importance of it. That allows you to use your weight. That's essentially what we're trying to achieve here. To not fight your weight is to use it to move lighter and feel lighter. That will improve all of your shots. It will improve your forehand, your backhand, the quality, the spin, everything. So I see that most of us don't move our legs very well, and that is the foundation of the shot. A lot of the time when I see players doing little motions and little adjustments, that's nothing wrong with the arm. Everything to do with your legs, your positioning. You're probably a bit late to the ball. So the arm is simply compensating for what the body is not doing. So you want to compensate. The arm just compensates for whatever you're not doing most of the time. All right. So another thing is some people say, oh, but you got to be fast. You don't really have to be fast. In order to have good quality shots, you need to give yourself space, and a space comes from rotation, allowing yourself to have a space. For example, if we do the drill, just a short 1, 2, on 1, I can move very slow, and I still do it like super high quality, like here. As you can see, I'm not really moving fast, and I have plenty of time. I have plenty of space as well to hit it, because as I move, I am ready. And I exaggerated it before. Look how much time I have. I can basically wait. And I'm not moving fast at all. What is that telling us? What is that showing us? Yes, early preparation. What else? Yeah, good footwork. Rotation is the key. If I do the same slow action without turning, it looks... Now you can see it's already mechanically not looking very smooth. So the exaggeration of your rotation and the shift, I would really like to continue practicing that, continue developing that action. Some players have already said they are feeling lighter. Like you said, you're feeling a little bit better. Like I said, even your socks are smiling because you're moving, which is very good. Yes?
What does too much rotation look like?
Okay, so too much rotation. I don't think you can really rotate too much backwards, but you can rotate too much forward. For example, if I rotate a lot here, it will only allow me to give more energy to the ball. Now that can change depending on the speed of which Matteo returns the ball, like I said. Let's say you suddenly go a lot quicker. I will still rotate a lot, but I'll make sure that my release is fast. Now, you say, how much is too much rotation? Forward, it can be affected by it, let's do a top spin here and then block it back here. And I prepare as much, and then I go here, and then for the next ball, I'll be completely out of position. So forward, you can overdo it. I don't think backwards you can overdo it. What do you think?
Forwards or sideways?
Yeah, forward or sideways, I think you'll lose time for the next ball. But backwards, it gives you time, as we've discussed. Good preparation will give you time. So I don't think it will feel bad. Like even on this one, which I don't recommend, fast, big rotation close to the table, because you don't need that much, you don't need to create that much energy, because you can feed off the energy that the ball is coming. So I would only rotate very little, like here, right? But if I over rotate forward, I would be slow for the very next ball, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Does that answer the question? Yes? Does that answer your question? Yeah? Yeah.
What is that sideways rotation? So if you're going like this.
Yeah, that also, yeah.
Similar to forward.
When do you make that decision? Is it something that you have gathered information throughout and you
Yes. Yeah.
do you watch and then
No. I'm mostly based on what I'm doing. I don't focus too much. You know, a lot of us says, oh, look at the hand, and I don't really look at that too much. I just focus on what I'm doing. And because I know so much my game, I understand it so well that I know when it's my opportunity to move, when it's my opportunity to pivot. And I think that we all know to an extent when to do it and when not to do it. For example, if I'm looking to do this drill into a game situation, I will never try and pivot when I've done something like this. That will be a very bad decision, right? Because I'm giving such a weak ball to my opponent that first he'll have plenty of time to see me moving, And second, is such a low quality shot that even if he doesn't see me moving, he can put quality on his shot, which will make me be in trouble. So I think I will choose to move when I've done something like that. And now I can create my situation. And because I'm already on the move, even if Matteo all of a sudden goes to my forehand, I'm so active that I can cover that ball, even if he goes there. And even if I've pivoted already, I will just cross step. So when do I do it? Is when you have intention, when you want to create that situation. It can happen very early in the game. If I'm feeling a bit slow, I'll probably stay on the backhand and wait for him to pivot, if I'm not feeling quite comfortable. Or I will look for his middle and then pivot. So I always make a conscious decision. It's not random, all right? Any more questions about this exercise?
I feel like the backhand's better than your pivot. Do you
Sure.
still want to try
No.
to get into the habit?
No. I'm a forehand-oriented player. If you feel like your backhand is stronger than your forehand, don't pivot. No, just stay on the backhand. That's fine if you feel comfortable. You can still do as much or better. The modern game, in fact, it's a little bit more backhand-oriented than forehand-oriented, because backhand is a shorter action. It takes less time. You can cover the table a lot better. You can extract so much power through the forearm and the wrist, more than the forehand. Forehand has a lot of elements to do the shot. Backhand has very few, right? So, and you can get as much power or more with a good whip of your forearm and wrist. So the game is changing a little bit. Now, why do I like stepping around or pivoting? Because, well, there's two things. There's a disadvantage and an advantage. And for me, those are the same thing. The disadvantage is the advantage, right? So the pivot, I like the pivot because we all know where the next ball is going. Where's the next one going? If I pivot here, it's going to go there, right? And that is the disadvantage too, that because I'm pivoting, I'm giving away so much table. So I'm giving away table at the expense of knowledge. And I'd rather play with knowledge, right? So I like knowing that when I do that, the next ball is going to go there. So I'm going there like a lion, kind of, close to a lion. And then I'm just hitting that ball wherever I want. Almost 100% of the time, that's what's going to happen, right? That's why I like it. And that's why a lot of people don't like it, because you're giving away a lot of the table. It's up to you. You have to have good footwork to do it. So I would choose not to do it if you don't have the greatest footwork, or if you're not ready to move for that one. Don't do it. Stay on the back end like Owen said. That's okay.